Hello, 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 everybody. What is happening? What is happening? Hey, what's up? Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Bonjour, bonjour. Sweet, sweet. All right. How's everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. So today, new Zbrush 2021.6 is out, and I'm going to be the first to say on my private channel that there are some bugs with it. There are some little weird things that are happening that maybe they'll need to fix, but for the most part, it's such a vast improvement, and I'm really excited for all the changes that have happened so far. So, how was my morning? My morning is pretty good. I got my coffee. Yeah, life is pretty good. So I kind of wanted to show off a little bit of the new features and stuff and hang out with you guys. How's everybody else doing? How are you doing, Martin? Hey, Con the Gainer. Gainer. Are you gaining, bro? Are you gaining? What's up, Con the Gamer? How you doing? Hey, what's up, How you doing? How is everybody? All right. Get my handy dandy notebook on, or my glove. I'm doing better than yesterday. Finally have a project idea for a prop. Nice, dude. Love the new brush size option. Now you can just hold S and move the mouse to change size. No longer need to click the slider. Ooh, that is really cool. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that. Doing great. That's awesome, man. You're doing good. Oh man, you just taught me something. Look at that. The best way to start my day, man. Oh. Well, yeah, let me load up my Sub-Zero so you guys can see where progress is so far. That just blew my mind. You just seems like her bot, which shows the YouTube messages on Twitch, is dead. Yeah, I could see them through my restream, but for some reason Twitch has not been having them, and it's not just on my side; it's on everybody's side. Even Pixo had a bit of that problem. So yeah, unfortunately, but fortunately, it's not just me, which is good. But thanks for the catch, Martin. Yeah, never mentioned it in their video. No, they didn't. You're absolutely right. And I have to say, that is actually by far... I usually avoided ever using S. And now I'm going to use it forever. So... yeah, I feel like that's already a vast improvement. All right, but this is what we got right now, and we're gonna start getting a little bit more gory with him, a little bit more extreme. Yeah, but I'm not sure exactly why that is, Martin. It's been bothering me, actually. Okay. The other thing, too, that I really, really like, but I need to test it right now in the beginning of this stream, we're going to go to Z plugin. There is ambient occlusion now. And what this is supposed to do is basically be like ray tracing. And I noticed in the Pixelogic announcement, when he turned it on, it like killed the stream for a moment. And I kind of need to see what my machine can handle. So we're going to go ahead and actually turn that bit on. So I'm going to turn off the occlusion preview. And I'm going to go ahead, come over here and just hit compute. And let's see what happens. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Although it's not super detailed. Let's come here. Interesting. Okay, so basically it's making a mask. That's not too bad, actually. There we go. That was a lot better. Okay. All right, perfect. I also can't see how many viewers I have, so I just assume somebody's here when people talk. Alright, let's also kind of come up close here real quick. We're going to give him a facial expression today. But how is that going on the stream? This is the hard part. But it doesn't seem like I'm jumping too much. Oops. Whoa. Hello. Wrong one. Okay. That's not too bad. Once it renders, it's actually pretty good, but it basically makes a mask. And this is good because I think I'd use this more than mask cavity, because mask cavity hits all the cavities as much as possible, where ambient occlusion kind of hits where the light would hit, and I find this to be more useful to actually make better skin tones. So, gotta take my shower, going to spend the day with my dad. But how did you get the texture on the clothing? Did you make the alpha brush and sculpt it with the damn standard? No, actually, you know what? That's a great question. All of this texture on the clothing is actually surface noise. So if you come over here, I'm going to bring up this bad boy. Paul Gabriel would be so proud. Under surface, if I go to edit, I do have an alpha, but it's because let's turn that off now for a second. Under Noisemaker, I actually just pulled up noise number 7. So noise number 7, and then I came in here and I just custom edited it. And I have UVs, which that's the important part here to remember. You can use the noise plugin and the surface noise without UVs, but I get better results with UVs. So get your subtool down to its lowest poly group, slice some basic UVs using the UV master, and come in here, turn on UV, and because you can see here, if I turn to 3D, you see how it's stretching and it's kind of all wonky right there, but I go back to UV and it's way more uniform. So while you can use the 3D option, it's just not recommended to do so. And this is also just projected right now. It's not even accepted until I hit apply to mesh. It's not accepted at all. But if I were to hit apply to mesh, now it is actual geometry. And it softens a little bit, but yep. Did not know that was a thing. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Not a problem, but go enjoy your day with your dad. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for teaching me something. Oh, baby. I'm going to be using this all the time. Thank you for that. Also, too, is it Prakash? How do you pronounce that? Prakash? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm always kind of nervous to say something. I never like getting names wrong. All right, take care, buddy. Okay. All right, so here we go. So Martin, buddy, your stream is going pretty well. Nice. Prakash. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Awesome. 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 That's great to know, Martin. Okay, Martin. What's this prop, dude? Tell me your prop. All right. Martin. Just on my personal account. Okay, cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure that I PD sculpt right. I just wanted to make sure I pronounced it right. I'm kind of nervous when it comes to butchering names, and I feel bad when I do. So I try to make sure that I can at least ask for a little bit of help. Figure there's no shame in asking for help, you know? You know what I'm saying? There we go. All right, let's get this muscle definition back in here too. You can see here how we have the everything kind of pumped up here. Yeah. What up, Dr. Isle? Hello. All right, let's turn RGB off. Let's turn this way down. Start getting some of this, pardon me, part of this detail going. First one was correct. All right, cool. All right, catch you later. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and actually turn on preview AO. So let's go to render preview AO. And let's actually keep that at about 22. How's your day going? A nice beanie? Thank you. Yeah, back to the beanie for the day. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. We were just sculpting some Sub-Zero, and then we're also going to be covering a little bit more of the new features. I've been playing with the new features, so if anybody has questions about it, please ask. But I'm doing pretty well. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh my gosh, what a feature to have improved on. There we go. The prop is gonna be this thing. Ooh. English Slave Company.uk. Salvage. I don't know why I said slave. Jesus, guys, don't mind me. Work it up. English Salvage. 65 pounds. Or euros. Ooh, this thing's interesting. What the hell is this thing? Vintage 50s or 60s Acme Mangle Wrangler. Interesting. So it's like supposed to help, like, lovely piece of vintage kitchenilla, this Mangle or Wrangler. As chips, paint flakes, and dinks. Appears to be in working order. What? Wow. That's a really cool prop, dude. I really like the texturing and details on it, so I'll take that as reference. Hell yeah. I mean, wow. This has a lot of information. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that rust and the paint chips and stuff like that. That's... I also appreciate that it's an Acme thing. Oh, I love it. Awesome, man. That looks great, dude. I think it's for drying a cloth. You put cloth between the cylinders and twist the handles so the water goes away. That makes sense. Morning, Enar. Morning. That makes sense. Yeah, that's what I was thinking that was, but wow, it's pretty crazy. All right. Just back that up a little bit. Kind of get some of these muscle striations here coming in. There we go. I'm gonna keep that kind of low. Let's do a relax smooth. I'll work the other side. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. I cannot wait to see it. I feel like you're just pumping out all these projects, man, and they look really good, so keep it up, man. Okay, there we go. Kind of push that in a little bit. Okay, in this area here, we're actually going to go ahead and kind of inflate that together. I'm actually going to relax smooth that. There we go. Let's take the damn standard now. Oops. BDS for damn standard. Let's go ahead and... Let's actually... I need to angle this down a little bit. So what is the DBZ head on the top right? Oh, this guy right here? This is actually my my little orientation piece. It's a custom one. Yeah, so this way, you know, like usually there's a little gizmo head here. You could kind of turn things around and such. I just made my own. Just kind of making my own thing, doing my own thing. All right. Okay, we need to do something with this mask. So what we're going to do, I think I want to try some of the new features with the mask. So we're going to go ahead and save this. Yeah, and Dr. Al, if you want to know how to make your own, it's actually pretty simple to do. So all you have to do is actually come up here to the preference, and there's a gizmo cam. Where are you? Cam view. It's right here. Then you can actually make one yourself or even select one of the previews they have. Most of the time I'm searching for something unique which doesn't exist on ArtStation. That's where I'm struggling, and I have no idea how to get rid of that. So much time goes away in searching an idea, in my case. Yeah, I can understand that a lot, Martin. I feel the same way. I feel like a lot of my projects, I try to make sure that they're unique in their own right, and that it's not just the same old, same old. That could be difficult, you know? Will there be blood dripping from the skull? Oh yeah, you know it. We're going to get into more of the texturing today. Yep. Right now I'm just going to be making sure that first we finish up some of the other details. I've been kind of putting off his mask for a little too long, so we need to go back a couple iterations and fix that up. But yeah, there's going to be blood, there's going to be all sorts of stuff, and I'm excited for it. Oh, I think I need to go back quite a few, actually. Let's go back to this one. There we go, perfect. So I'm going to need just this piece. This is the piece I need. But yeah, it can be very difficult to find something that's actually unique and different, you know? So I totally get that, man. Let's go ahead and copy this one piece. Let's come back here to the pose version. And let's go ahead right at the top. And let's hit paste. I'm just going to solo that for now. And we're going to use some of the new features to actually come up with some stuff. So let's figure that out. All right, so there are some new brushes. And let's see here. Actually, the first one I really want to get into is actually, if we hold down the control, we have Mesh Project, we have Mesh Extrude, and then we also, so let's start with Mesh Project. And this is pretty cool because now what we can do is actually kind of mask off a certain area, and we can project the detail on there. And of course, this will be dependent on, I believe, the intensity. So let's try, let's see. Let's maybe go smaller. Yeah, it's the intensity, so let's take that down. Now, if we have this at 0, it's actually going to do kind of a, it will actually end up doing kind of a single-sided surface, I think. Is that right? Nope, I guess not. Ooh, we're going to play with this. Let's find out. Maybe it's size dependent. Hey, what's going on? How are you doing here? I mean, it makes sense because, for example, if you have Japanese temple on your ArtStation, like literally 99% of the environment artists have, you'll apply for a job, your artwork will be compared to the others, which sucks in my opinion. So I think uniqueness is really important. No, absolutely. You got to try to find a way to stand out from the crowd. And I think that's overall difficult to do. In general, I think that's difficult to do. So yeah, definitely trying to find a way to stay relevant, stand out. That's all. Yeah, that's all very, very important. So Let's turn on live Boolean for a second. Okay, never mind. Just turn that part off. Perfect. I was waiting to hear you start, and this went a kaput on me. Ugh. Hey, what's up, Witch Cat? No, you're totally fine. Okay. What we're gonna do, let's pull up my references, because I want to actually, instead of just draw shapes and see if I find something, I want to see what my, kind of what they did in the movie. That's really what I'm super inspired by. Let's load up my Sub-Zero reference and kind of take a gander at what has been done before. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Honestly, I think right now I'm going to just kind of... Let's turn Lazy Mouse on. Lazy Mouse with the lasso tool is going to be the best thing ever. Because you can really, like, make some clean cuts. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead, let's come across. Let's do something like that. Actually, I want to do something more like that. But yeah, going on the ArtStation topic, you gotta find a way to stand out. That's 100% accurate, and that can be hard sometimes. So, but I think you're doing a great job trying to factor in exactly what it is you want to do and how you want to stand out. I think that's really important. There we go. I think I'm really liking that shape right there. Go ahead and invert that. Let's touch that right there. There we go. Actually gonna go ahead and kind of, I want to push that back a little bit. Okay. I think that's the shape I want to go for with the extract. So, in fact, what we can actually do, we have the shape right here. Let's just make that. Let's just extract 0. We'll just make that a single-sided surface. Extract, accept. There we go. Hey, what is going on? Abolish, how you doing? Are you painting the character? We're finishing up the mask first, but then we will be painting the character, yes. So right now I have this shape here. I'm gonna go ahead, go to deformation, and we're gonna go to polish by groups. We're gonna clean that up so we get a nice clean surface. Just like such. And then we'll go to geometry. Let's go to Z-remesh. Keep creases. And then let's kick this at like a 2. Why don't I use Substance Painter? I do use Substance Painter sometimes. However, most of everything that I do with toys, I don't ever really need to go into a texturing program because my stuff doesn't get animated. It doesn't need to be a low poly version. Most of everything I do is high res sculpting, so it can all be done within ZBrush. Now, if I want to sometimes play around with a render, or if I need to work on a character that is going to get animated, then I would use Substance Painter. And I've used it before too, just for visualization, but there's not really a need for what I do. Okay. Now we have this guy right here. We're going to go ahead and select what we need, and let's just delete hidden. So we have this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Z modeler brush. I'm actually going to make this have a bit of thickness. So let's hover over the edge, go polygroup all, extrude, polygroup all. And we're going to actually extrude this out a couple times, like such. So we have a nice clean edge. And what I'm going to actually do is come back to geometry, go to crease, uncrease all. I'm going to go ahead and do group by normals. I'm going to crease Paul Gabry. I like saying it that way. And we're going to go ahead and kind of bevel the edge a little bit. So now we get kind of a nice softer transition, a little bit of a fall off. We're going to turn on the subtract, turn on like Boolean. And now I'm going to actually push that in and bring that down a little bit. There we go. And what's really, really cool is we can actually solo this out. We can actually select the color that we need, go to Control Fill Object, or just make sure that color's on first. So then as we subtract, that color will also be subtracted, which is nice. Just gonna turn on local sim. Kind of rotate this. Now I'm just kind of playing with the shapes a little bit. And let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it looks like that's straight on, but it has a little bit of a curvature to it. Sub-Zero was stopping the spread long before it was cool. But I'm just see what you did there with the cool. That's so Cardic. All right. Yeah, I kind of like that shape a little bit. So let's go ahead and come in here. We'll call this mask. Let's plop that in there. So now we have that. Very cool. Now let's go ahead. Let's try. Okay, let's try this again. Let's actually go ahead and do. Do I want mesh extrude or mesh project? Actually, very curious on what. This will be. Ooh, that splat looks really cool. Nice. May want to do something with that. Hello, hello. Okay. Right now, let's come back to mesh project. And let's see if we can get some kind of like really cool shapes going on here. Or not. Let's try that one more time. Let's see. Maybe we have to go to solo here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's where we're at. Wow, that's just so big. It could be my, I think what it is it's actually my viewport. Because even the slightest bit of information is just so big. So it could just be my file size. Although I am getting really nice clean edges like that, so let's try that. I'm on basically draw size 0, intensity 0. Let's see here. Come up and kind of do pretty cool little shape like this. Maybe something like that. Can actually turn around. Let's split hidden. Let's actually move that up, scale that off. So now we have this guy right here. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Let's actually go ahead and mask the border. So we're going to go ahead, mask by feature, invert that, and then let's go ahead and deformation, polish by groups. Give that a nice straight edge. Let's go ahead and maybe Z-remesh that at like a 2. Nope, too much. Okay. Then let's just try to Z-remesh. Or not Z-remesh. Let's just extract it. Like that. Hey, Kamara, what's happening? If it were released now, it would have no effect. Absolutely. Yeah, the mood in Borderlands was really well done. Oh man, I missed a whole lot. I remember playing the first Borderlands and thinking how strange it was that so many NPCs were wearing masks. It really summed up. Yeah, it really did. It was really interesting. That lazy mouse lasso. Yep. Hello, hello. I know, it's super nice. That's actually really, really nice. No. Okay, yeah, it's cool to get some fun shapes like that. All right, let's go ahead and try to kind of just cut that in a little bit. Actually, let's go here. There we go. Back that out. See if we end up liking what we make here. Let's come back. Okay, not quite sure why that did what it did, but let's turn that off for a second. Let's come here. Interesting. Oh, I'm so confused on how this works sometimes. There we go. Let's try that again. Interesting. So, like, I make a simple shape on one side. It's inconsistent. That's interesting. I don't know if it's... I'm not quite sure why that's doing what it's doing. Maybe it's... Ooh, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay. It's not necessarily... Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, I figured it out. All right, so what you need to do is, if you were to hold spacebar, right, you have this intensity, but this is the main brush intensity, right? But if you were to open up Mesh Project and then hit spacebar, you get this menu, right? So that right there isn't going to help you. So if you hold spacebar, then hit Control, now you get the intensity of the masking feature. There it is. That's how you do it. Back face mask. Yeah, I wonder too if you could throw a back face mask on as well. Yeah, that'll just keep it from going from behind, I'm sure. But so you gotta hold spacebar, then Control, and you can adjust the brush intensity. And now that's how you do it. Hey, what's up, Macaba Arts? Are you loving the new extract? Yes, I am now, actually, Slowbee. It took me a minute to figure it out. Had to kind of figure out this intensity part. But I think I got it now. Okay. Sorry if I insist with Gravity Falls, but I'm very curious because I saw the whole live where you did Mabel, but you don't go over everything you showed yesterday. In fact, I wonder if you finished off fan art in stream or in... okay, I have two different versions. I have a Mabel I did in stream, and then I have a project I did solo. The one I released was actually the one I did solo. I did on my own, but I did not finish it all on live stream. But also two parts I did cover in live stream were clipped because I'm not Twitch affiliate, and they don't hold my VODs, and I wasn't also streaming to YouTube at the time. So that's why you don't see all of it, but yeah, you're fine. Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. You lucky ducks and your proper copies of Zbrush. Yeah, right. So there we go. Now I'm feeling a little bit more confident in this. So actually, let's delete this one. I don't like that one. Good to see you. Excited for Sunday? I'm so excited for Sunday, Macaba Arts. So excited. Hey, what's up, Cat Jazz Hop 666? What is going on? Okay, so now we got mask extract. What's going on here? All right, feeling a little bit more confident in this. So let's actually make a bunch of these. Let's find a shape that we really, really, really want. So I kind of finagled this one. Let's hide this for a second. Let's come back here. Okay. Okay, getting a little bit more interested in what's going on here. If I turn on, okay. There we go. There we go. Now I'm like trying to find the shapes I want. Maybe I don't want them closed up 100%. Maybe I want something more like this. Kind of just trying to find the shapes that I really, really want and then go from there. Just eating fries and then continuing to draw. Nice. Nice. What are you drawing? I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I want to do with this damn mask. I'm sure you guys have you've all been there. What do I do? My throat's killing me today. Go. Also, too, I got Stream Raiders. I just forgot to put that on. 1 second. There's an update. Blame the update. Hey, Make Believe TV. Hi. When you complete When you completed in SF4 tournaments, or when I competed in SF4 tournaments, you guys are gonna learn real quick. I can't read. What controller did you prefer? Actually, I preferred. Have it. Fight stick, baby. Always. Always one of these. Always. Although I can also play with controller. I feel like I'm one of those rare players that it doesn't really matter. But fight stick for the most comfortable. When I'm playing as Guile or Cammy, for example, I prefer a fight stick. But with Ryu and Ken or Akuma, I could play with both. It just depends. Is about a guy writing a diary who has a blind friend who is a girl, obviously, and the two are attracted to one another. And in a moment of declare, okay, she hold on. Declared, one declares she's like depressed and tries to hide it. The other breaks into tears like blind girl in front of the name. My love for my friend cover book. Okay, very cool. Oh yeah, that sounds like that's a deep story. I always appreciate really deep stories like that too. Especially when you're dealing with topics like depression. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about depression, but it's a very real thing. So I always appreciate stories that tend to cover it. Have you ever thought about doing a Funko Pop? Oh my gosh, yes, I have actually. There are a few Funko Pops I would really, really, really love to do, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I felt like, yeah, I wanted to do a Funko Pop, but also, like, I wanted to, sorry, I wanted to, not copy. You know what I mean? I feel like Funko Pop is an interesting thing because it's like a very specific niche, and so I never wanted to do one without working with the company. And if the company ever said, "Hey, want to make a Funko Pop?" I'll be like, "Yeah, let's do it." I think that'd be pretty cool. So. But yeah, never with the intent of just making one to make one. Although I did get a request from somebody who wanted me to make a custom Funko Pop. They just couldn't afford me at the time, so I told them to save up some cash and come on back, and we'll make one. But you know what I mean? It's a very niche thing. It's a very niche thing, and so I just never wanted to feel like I was like copying somebody else's vibe. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Okay, let's go ahead and hit auto groups real quick. I'm going to select these two. I'm actually going to go ahead and split hidden so we have them there. But you're already making stuff better than Funko Pops. I do agree, yeah. It wouldn't be for the fact that it would be for the fact that it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's cool. It's just, it'd be cool. Be like, I made that. That's how I do things. It's because it's cool. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Jellybean? Okay. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm digging that. All right, let's try. I'm really curious. I'm still playing with some of these, like mass extrude, for example. Yeah, okay, that doesn't do what I think it should do. So, oh, interesting. Can we? Ooh, let's play around with some of this stuff. Okay, that doesn't do what I wanted it to do either. Okay, so it really is. We're really just playing with mesh project, which is what I thought I would actually be playing the most with. Which is totally cool. I like it. Without cold dead black. All right, start your own cute collection line without cold dead black eyes. No, they need to have the cold dead black eyes. I know it is funny actually, the way Funko has everything lined up. My first 3D was Kerbo Devil, with a knife and says, "Where's your god now?" Ooh, that sounds crazy. I like it. Okay. I think too, real quick, let's do this. I need to start actually like kind of making this a hard surface thing. We need to actually like really bump this up a little bit. Hey, thank you so much, Cat Jazz. I really appreciate it. We need to like kind of pump this up a little bit because I feel like it's just not feeling that super hard surface to me. So it feels kind of soft right now. So let's actually start like cleaning some of this up. There we go. There we go. Is the music low to you guys? Or is it just me? Okay. SpongeBob! Yep, gotta love the sponge! It's my favorite little dude. Okay, so if you hold, I'm getting used to this. If you hold S and just move your mouse, there it is. That works. You like it at this level? Okay, cool. So it's just my headphones then. And that's fine. I'm trying not to blast you guys into oblivion. Okay. There we go. It helps to kind of, for me sometimes when I'm working with hard surface, it helps to like just kind of block in some of these pinch lines and these nice edges. Get some of the creases in. I feel like it really just kind of helps make it a little bit more just feel a little bit more hard surface, a little bit more solid. Let's do a soft there. That pinch brush. Nope, it's good. Awesome. There we go. It's always nice when it's just me. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and take the back face mask and kind of drag some of this back out a little bit. Back face mask is nice with the move brush because you could just kind of move your geometry right where you need it to be. But we're getting a little bit of stretching, so we're gonna kind of like relax, smooth that a bit. And then we're actually gonna up the subdivision a little bit. Take the polish. There we go. There, that's feeling just a little bit more sturdy. Liking more with the hard surface style. Yeah, me too. I was gonna go cloth, but no. At the end of the day, I thought, yeah, hard surface would be the way to go. What's cool is just trying to get used to some of these new features. And once you do, I think it's just really gonna help people take off. Go ahead and make it a little bit of a bigger brush. Kind of nitpicking it a little bit. Grab the move, turn off back face mask a little bit. You can see there I'm already used to Holding that S. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and kind of pinch. Let's get that going there. I'm not going to go super crazy though. His design in my version, in my fan art version of it, it's very simplistic. So no need to go too crazy with the mask. Just make it kind of cool enough. I think what I'm going to do is kind of have it vented a little bit. I think that'll kind of help sell it. Kind of give him like a little bit of a chin guard underneath. This back face mask. And just kind of flatten this side out here with the H polish. Did the mask project bevel? Yes, the mask project actually did cause this little bit of a bevel, which is neat. What I need to do is actually come in and fix this little part right here. Where are we? I have this on right here. What I need to do is actually end up fixing this. You see how there's this kind of like little funkiness happening here? So actually what we're going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and not mask project. Let's go back to mask lasso. I'm going to grab this side right here, just soften it a bit. I'm actually going to drag this over just a little bit to from left to right. And then we're going to go ahead and hit mirror and weld. And that should kind of bring that together a little bit. Just like such. And then we're going to go ahead and actually go to our gizmo. Send that home. Go ahead and hit remesh by union. Accept it. So it should be welded pretty well. And then we're going to go ahead and keep creases and Z remesh it at a 1. No, maybe a little bit more than that. Let's go 3. Let's do 3. There we go, yeah. So now we kind of fixed that a little bit. We got double-sided geometry, that's why. So yeah, but the mask project did create a natural bevel, which is cool. Kind of gives me this shape right here. Hopefully that answered your question, Slow B Art. Not bad, face mask on. And now we can take that geometry and actually kind of, let's make a design out of it. See if we can like kind of finagle that where we want it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. So many people are complaining about having issues with the new Zbrush. So if you're having issues with it, one of the things that I've seen some people do is actually restart, like completely reinstall Zbrush. Not quite sure why. I know that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but if you are having issues installing it, that's what I recommend. Kind of correct some of this stuff. What's neat about the new brushes is it's not necessarily that it makes the overall project simpler. It's that it lets you just get shapes quicker, so you can concept a lot more. And that's what I'm really digging about it. So I was able to kind of like just play around more. I feel like that's the crucial vibe for me, is just being able to play. Yeah, you had to do a clean install. Didn't take long though. That's good. Yeah, I had to completely reinstall. Oh, man, that sucks. I had a small error that popped up, but I think it went away. If I'm still having that issue, I might end up doing a full reinstall, but it hasn't popped back up, so kind of just monitoring it. But it seems to be working pretty well. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I ended up doing my test yesterday. Let's save this real quick. let's actually call this number 8. I'll show you I'll show you my ugly scene from yesterday's like hour sketch with the new brushes. It was really cool. I had a lot of fun with it. 2020, I called it my whale sketch. Like when you crease a loop. My error, let's see, oh, I'm sorry, maybe I missed your question, Megan. Is a crease geometry very close to, is a crease geometry very close to each other? Like when you crease a loop. A crease, hold on, maybe I'm misunderstanding your question a little bit. Do you mean like, let's go make two real quick. Z-remesh that. Okay. Like when you're asking if when I say crease loop, I'm usually referring to a creased edge. Maybe I'm not understanding your question correctly, but if you go to crease edge loop, that's a creased edge. But sometimes what I'll do is I will insert an edge loop that's really close to an edge, which will kind of not crease it, but give it a supporting backbone. In ZModeler, is that more geo? Yes, that is yes. ZModeler is adding geo. You are manipulating geo at this point. Anytime you extract, extrude, crease, etc. Yeah. So you can't see it here, but as I subdivide, this becomes a creased edge. So yeah, that's more geo, correct. But here is my here's my whale sketch, guys. This is what I did yesterday. And this was pretty fun, but I had some issues when I was making the whale. I had some issues with the mesh balloon. Or the balloon mesh? Mesh balloon. When I would, let's say, like... Oh, you can't do it on subdivisions, that's why. I should have known that. Anyway, when I was doing that and then I was rotating, that was disappearing a lot. But no longer is that disappearing. The crease. Sorry, Make Believe TV. I feel like I'm missing each other. We're missing each other here. Okay, so on my ZModeler, I have crease. Everything within ZModeler is exactly is manipulating the geometry 100%. So anytime you do something with ZModeler, that's what is happening. So if you wanted to get to crease, hover over an edge, and then hit spacebar, and then select crease. But I feel like maybe I'm missing you a little bit, and I apologize. That's fine. Okay, you're good. So a creased is an edge loop. Correct, yes. So yeah, hover over an edge loop, hold it down, hit crease. If you hover over a face, there is a crease option, but I've never used this whatsoever. That doesn't mean you can't. I just never have done that. Let's find out what happens. Okay. So when you crease, oh, that's really cool, actually. So when you hold over face and hit crease, it will crease that whole face, the whole bounding box of that face individually. But 9 times out of 10, you're just going to hold over the edge loop and then hit crease. And then that will crease the whole edge loop. But also, too, you can do single, partial, or even poly loops. So whatever is convenient for you. So a crease is an edge loop. Yeah, typically when somebody says they've creased an edge, that's what they're referring to, that they've creased an edge loop. What's the best way to buy ZBrush for a hobby, not business or school? I'm looking for something to do as I am addicted to PC. Oh, Crazy Wiz. Hey, let's welcome in. Well, honestly, that completely depends on your budget, 100%. What I do recommend for hobbyists is the ZBrush Core license. That is the most affordable. I think it's like 200 bucks. Don't quote me on that. But that would be the easiest way. You get a lot of really good features, a lot of ways to use it. I never recommend the subscription to people because more times than not, you're just going to be paying for something. And if you're not using it, then you're going to spend a lot more money in the long run. Whereas a proprietary license, if you start using ZBrush Core, you have it for life. You have all the upgrades that come with it. And then worst case scenario is you never touch it. Best case scenario is you end up upgrading to full ZBrush, and actually, usually they give you a discount for that. So it just depends on your budget. But when I first started with ZBrush, I actually started with ZBrush Core. I paid 200 bucks. And then when I upgraded to the full license, they actually gave me a discount because I bought the Core version. So subscription, I recommend for people who try it. Like, you want to give it a good month or two try. Subscription would be the way to go at that point, but I usually refrain, like I said, from recommending it. So you have 3 edge loops really close together to make a crease. Oh, okay. So maybe, okay. Let's actually open up a new cube here. Here, let's come here for a second. That's my jellyfish. Where's my other piece? Okay. Real quick. Let's actually, let me show you a few different options. Let's go ahead and save this real fast. And then let me show you a few options. Sub-Zero statue. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete all so I don't get a crazy folder system happening here. Okay, so let's actually, nope, let's just grab a cylinder, say, okay. Let's make Polymesh 3D. What I'm going to do is actually cube this for you real quick. So we have this guy right here. Okay, so for edge loops, I'm going to hit Shift F. Now, you could buy a full license. If you want to buy a full license, I think it's like 900 bucks for a full license, and you get free updates. So yeah, crazy. That's the other option you have, of course. But full ZBrush is not only subscription. You can just buy a full license. So if that's, and what I recommend doing is just come over here to Pixel Logic, and then just go to get ZBrush, say buy ZBrush. And here are your main options. Single license, $900. But again, if this is too much money for you, then that's where I would say go to Core, and you can get a full license for 200 bucks. Okay, so edge loops. So here's the difference, Make Believe TV. So what we're gonna do is go to Insert. I'm just gonna add a basic edge loop right here in the middle. So you have your options. When you hover over an edge, you have Insert, and then you have your single and your multiple, right? Well, a lot of times what you'll see me do is when you crease an edge, let's say go to crease, and let's crease this edge right here. What you'll see a lot of times is that edge is going to be sharp all the time. Anything we do, if we go ahead and start subdividing it, that's going to be the sharpest edge all the time, no problem. But a lot of times, if you want a little bit of softness to the edge, but you don't want to have it super sharp, so you don't want it to be creased, you can go to Insert and you can drag an edge really close to it on both sides. which will give you 3 edges. But then when I subdivide, you'll start seeing that there's a small little bit of fall off. It's really faint here, so I can exaggerate this a little bit. You can actually have this edge come like here. I'm gonna put one on this. I'm gonna put this one on this side right here real quick. Grab that. So then as I subdivide, you get a little bit of a fall off. Whereas with a creased edge, you get a nice sharp edge. Where with edge loops next to each other, they kind of create like a nice little supporting backbone and give you just a little bit of fall off. And depending on how close together those are, will depend on how sharp of an edge you get. So it is depend, but creasing basically bounds that line. The creasing basically bounds that line from ever moving or deforming its current position. So it's not like you have other edge loops up against it. It literally like freezes it in time. No, that's fine, Full. Thanks, Full, for me. Cheers. Sweet. No problem. Yeah, Nova Edge is an official retailer, and they usually seem to have best price on full license. Oh, there you go, Sylvia. Yeah. That's where I got it. Right now, they are selling 0.6 for $7.53. Awesome. Well, there you go. Nice. So that's the difference, Make Believe TV. I don't know if that quite answers your question, but so you can have 3 edge loops next to each other, but it won't crease it. It will just kind of support the middle edge. That's also what we call deformation or deformation lines, where like if you want something to deform, like you're animating and you want the elbow to bend, for example, usually you'll have the main edge where the bend point will happen, and then you'll have edge loops on each side kind of help supporting it so that it will bend. So that's the other way to think of it. Nice, dude. Good explanation. Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks for the help. I don't like all these subscriptions now on art programs. Neither do I. I don't like them either. Give me the program. Give me the program. I'll even like... I don't mind even paying for upgrades when it's like a full upgrade, but subscriptions, they just kill. I mean, I get it. I get the subscription if you're like really trying to like find out. You don't want to commit the full price, right? So, you know, you get like a couple, you could buy like a couple months and see if you like it. But as somebody who used to rent from Blockbuster Video, I've paid a lot of money in a game that was not worth it. Yeah, I don't think anybody likes them. But people do get them because it's convenient. But yeah, I'd rather own the software. Hands down every time. It's just easier for me. I think it's easier for most. Let's be honest about all that. Okay. So I don't like this one. Let's go ahead and delete that guy right there. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We got this one now. Get out of my hair! I just do the free trial a couple different email addresses and then pay full price. Exactly. Yep. You were gonna mention the Blockbuster thing? Yeah. I will pay extra for license subscription cost. Yeah, exactly. Because subscriptions cost too much in the long run. Absolutely, they really do. You know, it's just, and Zbrush is unique, you know, because they're always upgrading people for free. They're always updating the stuff. So once you have a license, it's like you can't go wrong with them. So when I really got into Zbrush about 4 years ago, I was always on the list to buy, and then that's why I started with the Core, and then I worked my way up. They didn't have ZBrush Core Mini when I was first getting into sculpting digitally. And now look at it. Now look at it. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, wow, your internet completely KO'd. What'd I miss? Leonard, not much. We're just, we're actually covering edge loops and stuff. So not much, unless you want to know about edge loops. And then you missed a lot. There we go. Okay. All right, now let's see if we can create, I think I'm really liking this kind of vibe here. So let's go back to Mesh Project. And I'm gonna try to create like a vents system here. No, you don't want to do that for me? Okay. Oh, okay. That's the other thing too, guys. If it's subdivided, then yeah, you can't do the mesh project on there, so you kind of have to. You got to make sure that it is not subdivided. So unfortunately, I think that's a bit of a bummer. But whatever. What can you do? This train's only going forward. Choo choo. Yep. I want them to make my affordable. Oh my gosh, yeah, seriously. Edge loops are your fave. Where's the rewind? Yeah. I would love for them to make. I was really getting into Maya, and then Maya took my subscription away because I wasn't part of a college, right at the beginning of a pandemic. So now I don't care. I mean, to be honest, I was only going to be using Maya mainly to just do like quick blockouts and then bring those meshes into Zbrush. But then I learned Z modeler, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. I kind of like this little happy accident here, so I think we're gonna go with that. Okay, let's save that. Let's do Stream Raiders. We all love Stream Raiders. Well, most of us do. I don't know how our Maya license is still active. My partner hasn't been a student for like 4 years, but your partner was a student. That's the difference. I think part of it is I was never a student. I had a hobbyist license, and they hit us first. Blender is a good substitute. Blender is a good substitute. I got nothing negative to say about Blender. Blender just doesn't work for me. There you go, Carde. Blender doesn't work for me the way it works for some. I'm just not super comfortable in it, and I don't need to be. It's one of those things. I'm a toy maker. I'm a statue designer. I don't need to be in Blender 100%. I was literally kind of just learning programs to learn programs. And I have other programs for the other stuff, like, you know, 3D coats, topo gun. So I have ways of doing UVs, retopology. I have other methods, so there's really no need for me to learn Blender. But bouncing in once in a while and playing around, that's fun for me. So I do that from time to time, but it's not part of my main workflow. But I highly recommend it for anybody who wants it as part of their workflow. I think it's a great program. I just don't have a need for it in my workflow. And that's really the gist of it. There we go. Kind of digging that. Yeah, I would like to learn 3ds Max if I wouldn't have such a bullshitty interface. It's like ZBrush 2.0. What a bunch of potatoes. I tried 3ds Max a couple times and gave up. What can I do? I could do what I could do in my. There you go. Yeah. Night Shadow. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. I don't see a lot of people playing with thick skin, and I love thick skin, so we're gonna do thick skin right now. I'm gonna increase this up a little bit. Okay, hold S and rotate that bad boy. Hit one a bunch of times. We're gonna get a nice little lip right here. Hit one a bunch. Okay, we're actually gonna go a lot thicker with this. I'm gonna do one continuous loop all the way around. And I'm gonna hit one a bunch of times so I can get this kind of nice little lip here. It'll cap out. You can kind of go in and clean this up a little bit. And then we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the damn standard, really carve in. I find a lot of programs don't do enough to encourage good edge flow and topology, but I guess that's not a big deal these days. Do I ever work with Adobe? I do work with Adobe, yes. I have access to the whole Adobe suite. Talking about subscriptions. You're so pedantic about topology. Clean topology is so tasty. Clean topology is everything. There is just I believe in it is more important in some fields than the other. But clean topology is amazing. But you are right. I mean, there are plenty of programs that don't encourage it. And that's not good either, because, at the end of the day, you still need to kind of have a nice, clean product, and clean topology will always take us to that nice, clean product. Even in toys, there are some companies that really want super clean topology. It's just not always needed for some things. Because at the end of the day, if it's not important to your workflow, then you don't need to do it. But you should know how. That's my opinion. I mean, it trips people out when I show them why you don't need clean topology. And I'm not going to retopo an entire item just to decimate it down. That makes no sense. So it just depends. But I've done projects where I've needed clean topology, and you put in the time and effort. You put the work in. Ever make sprite art? I don't think so, no. I have no idea, no. I guess it's one of those things, if I don't know, then the answer is no. Yeah, of course. Like for sculpting and printing, it's completely unnecessary. Yep, topo is important for anything that would be animated. Absolutely. Yep. But that's really that's it really. Yeah, I'm just excited about nice topo. You should be. Here you go. Look at my not nice topo. Just stare at it, Nina. Look at how ugly this thing is. Does it trigger you? Right, ZBrush is the exception to the rule. Yeah. I mean, but see, here's a good case in point too, right? I'm getting this kind of crippling effect here. I'm getting this kind of stretching happening. And so I do want this to be as clean as possible. So I'm actually going to go ahead and boolean this folder. And then I'm going to actually try to get a cleaner edge flow happening here. Right, so we're actually going to go ahead and hit keep creases, keep groups. Turn adapt off because nobody needs that. We're actually going to turn double on. And we're going to Z-remesh this at 5. Triggered! Yeah, even Z-remesh makes me queasy. My beetle keeps going back and forth from really nice to dynamis. Nice. But he'll be good once he's actually retopoed. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be one lovely. He'll be one blah, 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 blah. Yeah, exactly. Here you go. Kamara, don't say I didn't. I mean, Ninar, don't say I didn't do anything for you. This is pretty clean. It's not the best, but it's clean, right? Happy? It's cleaner. Kamara, I'm really curious to see how you're going to weld that all together when it gets closer to you fully retopoing it. It's okay. Exactly, yeah. It's just better, okay? Don't judge me. Hey, it's good for... Hey, this actually might be good for animation because it's not going to ever move. I'll put a few triangles in here and call it a day. Just to really make sure that you love what you're looking at. Yes, I'm staring at two very unnecessary poles, by the way. All right, let's actually... I'm actually going to keep this the same, but I'm going to Z-remesh it again. Sometimes you get better results that way. See here. There, it removed one of the poles. Now it just has one pole. It's all out of love, Ninar. It's all out of love. Okay. I'm digging that. That's actually not too bad. Now go to town with Z-Modeler. Hell yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Welcome in. What's going on? Actually, I do have an idea. Here, let's go Z-Modeler. Let's scale this down a little bit. For those of you who don't know, I was just told this earlier today. Hold S, and you can adjust your brush size without ever clicking. Just move it back and forth. Don't even click on it. Just move back and forth. That's so awesome. I think since he's hard surface, I'm actually going to retopo him in a bunch of parts, probably somewhere around 15, 20 parts. That way he doesn't need to deform at all. Ooh, that's slick. That's really nice. I like that idea. Okay. I think we're going to kind of just try to put a few vents in here. We'll evenly space them too. So we got 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Actually, let's put a couple more right here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's actually take the move brush. Kind of just move this a little bit. There we go. Like such. What industry standard program for retopo? Typically Maya. Anything that can retopo is good. Maya is typically your go-to. Maya will be your go-to. Topo Gun, I've seen used before. It just all depends on the company. Typically, you'll hear people say Maya over everything else. Your topology is just disgusting. I handle that even worse than someone eating pineapple pizza. Martin is triggered with pineapple pizza. Okay. Do I want this out or in? I think I want that out. I think I want that out. Maybe not that much though. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's come here. Yeah, okay, yeah. Just these simple slits. I'm liking this. This is pretty cool. Pineapple pizza is good. Yes! Pineapple pizza is amazing. You're just fan inspired. Yeah, there you go, Martin. There you go. If you want to know Martin's feelings on pineapple pizza. I don't want it to kind of, yeah. All right, there we go. I'm trying to make this look like a little cool breathing apparatus because, you know, it's supposed to be. Nope, not there. That's a little off. My OCD was just killing me right there. It's actually... Okay, let's hover over this. Let's go to QMesh real quick. I want it to snap right there. There we go, yeah. And really, I'm just going for subtle. I don't really want too much... I don't want too much visual stimulus on the mask. It's not about the mask. Wait, Martin, are you going to ban Ian from his own stream? Stream goes black. Right? No! Leave me alone. I love pineapple pizza. But again, it's one of those things. And this is not me trying to protect my stream. I like pineapple pizza. I just wouldn't actively go out of my way for it. Would not mean to delete that edge loop. Scrap that. Okay, yeah, that's the whole tap. If you tap Alt, you'll actually be able to get a different edge loop in there. Okay, is that too much? I don't think so. And let's just see. Okay, I went pretty far back with the original design. So you'll probably add a couple more. Let's see here. I could probably add a couple more. 1, 2, 3. Unless I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. Whoops. Hopefully. Always got to try for the visual interest, even if it's just randomness. Nope, don't like it. Hey, Genesis Art! Welcome in, welcome in. Raiders, welcome in, welcome in. FYI, by go to town, I meant fixed apology. Oh, I figured you did, but we ain't doing that. I'm gonna be decimating it, so no need, no need. Hello, hello. How's the stream? It's going pretty well. Thank you so much for the raid. Everybody, welcome in. So you guys could see what I'm working on. I have a Sub-Zero statue in the works. He's been blocked out, slightly posed. And now we're just gonna go, kind of fixing up his mask a little bit. And then we're gonna start detailing him really, really well. So nice, man. Thank you so much. Your surface hat face. Yeah. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm liking it so far. Go ahead and just hold that. Again, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you doing? What were you working on? Dad jokes. Sub-Zero was cold. Yeah, it is cold. It's super cold. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. All right. Here, we're going to try something real quick. We're going to go crease. And I'm going to go ahead and crease polygroups. Because I kind of want to see when I subdivide it what that's going to look like. Which actually gives me a nice rounding on the edges. I'm almost thinking about just leaving it alone right now and just kind of going and making everything pop. Oh, 100, you know it, Death? Pineapples belong on pizza! Hey, look at that. You missed, Genesis. You missed, like, my mod Martin just totally got triggered with pineapple pizza. He rated, so can't time him out. Exactly, man. Exactly. I was working on an Angela Sculpt. Might know her from Spawn or Guardians of the... Oh! Do you have a picture? Please tell me you have a picture. Screen grab. I want to see. Would love to see it. No pineapple on pizza. You're one freebie! Still in the beginning stages, but here. Sweet. Also, too, for everybody's new, there's my Discord if you guys want to come in and just hang out with fun artists. Okay, yeah, I'm actually digging the way this is going to go, and we're going to keep it pretty simple for now, so I'm just going to subdivide it a little bit. You're Italian. Nice. So, okay, so you don't like pineapple on pizza, or do you? I guess that's the real question. Oh, okay, nice, man, nice. Yes. Ooh, I love where you're going with it, too. Are you on the new 0.6 ZBrush yet? This is looking really good, dude. I love the block out. Nice. Very, very nice. Please don't talk about these things. Okay. Pineapple does belong on pizza, just like other fruit. Tomatoes. uh, Careful when you do install it though. It is very possible that you might get an error. So, but if you do get an error in the install, just do a full reinstall and you'll be fine. You were killing the pizza. I can't blame your thoughts on that. All right, let's grab the /3 brush, and we're actually going to store a morph target now. We're going to cut into this bad boy. Also, yep, there we go. Let's actually tone that down a bit. It's all right. Pizza is not really Italian anyway. Hacha! I would say the pizza that we eat in America is definitely not Italian. That is for sure. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but the pizza I get at Domino's is nowhere near. So can you get an alpha to work with mesh extrude? Oh, yes. Yes, I can. And if we have just a normal sphere here, let's go to, you're talking about the curve alpha, correct? And just like okay, well, first off, bloop. That's a square. Let's give you something more fancier. You mean like that? Is that what you're referring to, Inspire? The people who don't like pineapple on pizza, I'm curious if you just don't like pineapple. Ooh, good point there. Or if you've ever tried pineapple pizza. Martin. Pizza is New York City, I think. Yeah, maybe. I've never been to New York, so I don't know. You've accidentally tried pineapple pizza, and what was your thought? Mesh extrude. Mesh extrude. I don't think mesh extrude can do an alpha. I think alpha curve. Mesh extrude is a little different. Mesh extrude is more of like just extruding shapes, as I understand it. And that gives you that. Here's what I am having a hard time understanding, Inspire. They demonstrated it. It's here. We'll take my Orca sketch from last night, right? Here's what I actually have a very hard time understanding. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but you know how they said, like, so right now I can actually come up here, go to alpha, and say from mesh. And then this will give me the alpha. And boom, now I have a jellyfish alpha, right? You're supposed to be able to then go up to alpha, click flat, and say to mesh. And it's supposed to do something. It's supposed to make that like a flat surface. And it does not do that for me. It doesn't even generate a new tool up here. So, no idea about that one. I might try to do a full reinstall just in case. Also, New York pizza was not as good as I was led to believe. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I've never had it, so I don't know, but I've only heard that it is amazing, so that's too bad. I tried it when Iris Sculpts gave it to me as a kid. It was gross. Yeah, oh, the pineapple pizza, yeah. Yeah. If I say you did, they come like... Pineapple pizza only works with bacon. Ooh, yes, Canadian bacon? Nice big thick pieces of bacon. Oh, you have to use... Oh. Okay. I have to use drag rec? Wait. Or just rectangle? I have to use rec. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's try that. Yep, there it is. That part works for me. I need to get on that new version. Oh my god, yeah, it's amazing, dude. I sculpted this orca scene. It's not the best orca scene in the world, but this was an hour sketch trying to figure it out. This was the this guy down here. These were the new snake hook curve brushes. Made little cabbages, little coral real quick. So drew a fish in 2 seconds. So, you know. All right, good night, Martin. Wait. Okay, all right, good night, Genesis. Thank you so much for the raid, dude. I super appreciate it, man. Take it easy. I accidentally got some lime juice on some sliced pineapple, and it was awesome. Nice. Only because bacon improves everything, even food that is not edible. Exactly. I totally appreciate that. Yep. I don't like cheese, so I don't like pizza. Make believe TV? That is okay. All right. What we will do now? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hold that there for now. I'm gonna go ahead and actually delete this mask folder here. I'm gonna duplicate this mask. I'm gonna go ahead and hide it. I'm gonna go ahead and fill color. So let's get our paintbrush. Go to color, fill it. Let's actually bring this over here to start posing it. Get it lined up as best we can. I'll turn live boolean off for a second. Not quite sure why that's happening there. Turn that off. There we go. Just lagging for a second. Let's bring that there. Let's pivot this. His head was slightly angled. Let's go ahead and turn off this mask and get this repositioned. Go ahead and actually touch right in the front. I think I spent about 45 minutes on my orcas and then over an hour just abusing the new brushes. Yeah, exactly. Don't put pineapple on pizza. But it's not wrapping the surface. Yeah, it's not wrapping the surface. I don't know 100% Inspire, yeah. Oh, you need to be on mesh project. Oh. I thought you had said mesh extrude. Okay, well, 1 second, buddy. Okay. Actually gonna kind of scale that up a little bit. Okay. Let's actually select his face now. And we're just gonna literally kind of just push it in there. Hold S, drag that down. And actually, I think, let's try it. Let's go to transform, active symmetry, posable symmetry. I only rotated his head, so it's possible that it'll actually... Boom, full symmetry found. Yes! When you just move their head, you can actually keep full symmetry, which is awesome, because now I can try to find where this will all be. squeeze that in a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and make a bigger brush. I'm gonna push his face in. We will break symmetry here in a second because we're gonna have to make his face look nice. Give him a scowl. There we go. Okay, hold on, I missed some stuff. They need a back to T-pose feature. They do. They really do. I mean, yeah, you could save it, but it's funky. I really do like this posable symmetry. It's just really finicky. And so you have to make sure that you only move the mesh in a certain axis, and you have to leave it alone once you pose it. That's why a lot of times you'll see that the head is just separate, almost like a Deadpool face, because then you can activate posable symmetry and go back in, and it's pretty cool when it works. It's just, it doesn't always work. And that's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. So, and even still, we're gonna end up breaking symmetry anyway, so at some point you're just gonna have to get used to asymmetrical sculpting. But yeah, when it works, it works. When it doesn't, you're right. They definitely need to do something a little bit more better with the T-pose mesh. I know Grogu model is so cool. Yeah, thanks. Someone showed me the Darth Grogu model. It's still on my prints list. So, thank you so much. I'm so glad you love it. Morph target. Yes, morph target. Exactly. Oh, you're so awesome. I love it. All right, Stream Raiders, let's do it. Mr. Korbach, I believe that's how you say it. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay. Yeah, we got a battle. Yep, we're battling. So, are you pure hard surface? Do you do any type of like organic sculpting? Tell me about yourself. Wow, look at, we're just like, we stuck? There we go. Is there a way to clean up stair stepping in Photoshop? There is a way to do it, yes. It involves a little bit of painting and highlighting. It just depends on what it is you're trying to... I mean, like, how detailed are you trying to go with that? But the stair stepping effect, it's a lot of masking and then cleaning up, repainting over it. What I do recommend doing is when you export from Zbrush to go into Photoshop, which is, I'm assuming, what you're asking, up the resolution. Yeah, we did it. Up the resolution a lot. So that way it minimizes the stair stepping. All right, Death Sacrament, there you go, buddy. Gotta collect my quests. Yes, we. Wee. Right? All right, what are we on for? What are we on for? There we go. You mean the Royal Eye? Yes. Of course. I just love watching sculptors. I'm more of a painter, a printer painter. Nice. I love that stuff. I love watching that stuff. I mean, when I first got into any type of art, was actually drawing. I was a big 2D artist in high school. Did a little bit of painting, but was never really into painting as much as I was into black and white. Which unfortunately kind of limited me, actually, a lot. He's like holding his own hand. Let's delete that one. Okay, we're gonna need to fix his hand in a second. But let's take a look at that mask once more. Okay, let's fix his... I want him to be kind of, like, almost have, like, a scowl on his face. Right now, he's just kind of like... Hey, what's happening? Sharpen filter, but might work, or higher res maps, yeah. Yeah, ideally, you would want to go up to... What I would recommend doing before exporting out is definitely go up to Documents, and then on Documents, double this. Like right now, the 1496 by 919, that's super small. That's really low res. You're going to get high stepping. But we sculpt at this because, you know, it's easier on the machine. But then easily doubling that up to 2K, maybe even take it to 4K, and you'll have a lot better image coming into Photoshop. And then yeah, go into BBR, set BPR filtering, and that should also bump up your contrast, bump up your sharpening, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, Photoshop is always going to have a little bit of stair stepping because it's a pixelated program, but the more information you crunch into the pixels, the better. Hey, Menacing Methods, thank you so much for the follow. I'm heavy charcoal drawing, canvas painting. Nice. Let's transition to 3D printed sculpture painting now. That's so badass, dude. That is so awesome. Okay. Let's get a little bit of scowling going. Let me find a good face that I want to look at. Used to love charcoal. Did a lot of subtractive drawings. Yeah, that's... I've only played with charcoal this much. I was always super scared. I don't know. Charcoal was intimidating to me as an artist. Hey, Beaver. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay. Looking at... What am I looking at? I'm looking at faces. Just trying to get an idea. And something menacing along these lines is perfect. I like using references to kind of get a good idea of what I'm staring at. Never be scared, just get in there. Exactly. Alright. You know what we're gonna do? Here we go, guys. We're gonna do layers. Speaking of not being scared. Here we go. Add a new layer. Gonna go ahead and actually rename this. Oops. Nope. Gonna delete that one. Gonna rename this Scowl. Hit record. And we still have that posable symmetry on, so we're gonna utilize that to the fullest. Alt S, kind of minimize some of that. Okay. And then we're even going to break symmetry. Really just kind of pinch his face on one side. In this part, I like to take my time on. Almost even like slow nudges. And turn symmetry back on since it's still there. Just to get a little bit, turn back off. Yeah, it's all about practice, absolutely. As is anything, right? It's always about practice. started really using layers a lot when it comes to getting the face the way we want it, because then we can always stop it. Almost animate it. So here is where it was, kind of like, hey, buddy, how you doing? No! What happened to your face? I'm so sorry, my friend. That's his look right now. And then... fucked you up, man. And we can always hide that. So let's keep working on it. You're right, Martin. Did you work with large scale? Oh, okay. Oh, you're Kumar. Okay, nice. Kind of tweak his crow's feet a little bit. Surprised! Wait, was that my Uncle Timmy? Right? Yeah. Oh, that's... This is why I sculpt, guys. Okay. We're gonna kind of pinch these in just a little bit more. We're almost there. It's like just a little bit. There we go, really just pinching that. Even still, there's a little bit of kind of inflate that a little bit. Once we get it where we want, we'll actually end up with a texture. Really, God fair. Yes. Timmy! Oh, I love that show. Whatever happened to it? It ended. Like Gravity Falls? Okay. I need to wrap this. Shut up. They did not. They did a live action? Ugh. Ugh. No way. Live action Fairly Odd Parent. Nope. Hope and nope. Count me out. Okay. This holding S and changing scale on the brush is, without having to actually touch that slider, is so awesome. Gravity Falls has a weird connected universe, doesn't it? It does. It really does. It's connected with Rick and Morty, for sure. That was confirmed by. That was confirmed a long time ago, but then it has some other things too, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely weird. Ooh. Such a sad face. Okay, this is awesome. This is the second time I've dealt with layers when it comes to facial expressions, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But it's the best series. I freaking love Gravity Falls so much. There's been talk of revival, but Alex Hirsch has mentioned it several times that he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do anything that would actually cause issues or problems with the show itself. So, yeah. Whatchamacallit? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna use posable symmetry on this because we did move it. This Buhan Sub-Zero. No, this is just my take on Sub-Zero. Oh no, it's not a base off of anything but the original well, okay, I don't know the series too well to say if this is correct or not, but the original MK1, MK2, I don't know if that's. I'm not familiar with the lore enough to say. I love the original Mortal Kombat, so that's where I'm basing my version off of. So if that is it, yeah. I finished seeing her on Saturday, and now I'm in Crisis. Wait. Nope, Pope. Yeah, so, okay, so it is. Yeah, the original. Yeah, sorry, I was more of a Street Fighter kid, so I only know the game. I barely even know the lore of Mortal Kombat. I'm just excited for the movie. So excited. It's okay, but now I know. Okay, so this is based off of Buhan. Perfect. Thanks for filling me in on that, actually. Okay. I was getting some weird, like, crunching happening here. Where it just felt like it was deformed a little too much. So I'm just kind of correcting that a little bit. It didn't seem so seamless of a transition. The one that died. That one I do know. Yep, the one that died. And from what I hear, he was a bit of a dick. But he was my favorite character when I would play Mortal Kombat. Because I feel like everybody chose Scorpion. And while Scorpion is awesome, it's kind of like that Ryu and Ken thing. All my friends chose Scorpion, so I chose Sub-Zero. Oh god, it's been a long time since I've played. I tried picking up the new one, and I sucked really, really bad. Yeah, the MK lore got really redacted and convoluted to follow. Yeah, Baihan, and he is noob in later games. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't follow it. Actually, I left Mortal Kombat for a game called Bloody Roar. Who's played that game besides Death? Well, they ripped people's bodies off, so I'd say all Mortal Kombat people are dicks. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's a fair assessment. I mean, it's fight to the death. It's like the Kumite on steroids. This song is like Pirates of the Caribbean, and I love it. Oh, I remember Bloody Roar. Yeah, Ults where you turn into animals. Yep. I was Alice. The bunny. I love the bunny. Okay, I'm going to actually go ahead and kind of mask off this area right here so I can get a good pinch. I'm also planning on maybe adding some sort of texture on this. So what we're going to do here real quick is let's go to geometry. Let's lower subdivision. Let's go up to Z plugin. Go up to UV master, hit polygroups, turn symmetry off, and go ahead and hit unwrap. Because I want to add a texture. So now we have some UVs. Let's go ahead and kick up the subdivisions one more time. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to select this guy. Actually going to mask this part off. Such. Going to mask that part off. Mask that part off. I'm actually gonna go kind of dark with this. You get something a little bit like that. Love Killer Instinct, yes. Oh, Killer Instinct was awesome. It's been a long time since I played though. Okay, so we're gonna go to surface. We're gonna go to lightbox, and we're gonna pick kind of a, yeah, we're gonna pick this guy right here. Now we don't need the color, so let's go to edit. Let's see, can you guys see? Yeah, you'll be able to see a little bit. All right. So here I'm gonna actually go to UV, and the alpha, oh, I'm sorry. Come on, where are you? Recenter that. There we go. This color, we're going to turn that off. I'm going to add this kind of hexagonal texture. Center that. Something like such. Something small. That might be pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that. Say okay. Kind of warps a little bit, so let's go back and edit. It's actually, let's see here. You know what, let's go to noise plugin. Hexagon tile. Yeah, let's correct it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it sucks that it went to Xbox exclusive. Yeah. Microsoft owns it, yeah. It makes full sense. Sea of Thieves is beautiful. Sea of Thieves is awesome. I love Sea of Thieves. My only problem with Sea of Thieves is I have to devote 5 hours to it. Sometimes that can be a little hard for me to sit down and devote that kind of time. But it's a great game. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit better. It's stretching on that side. Why are you stretching on that side? You do not like me or something? You do not like me? Okay, we can delete that. Interesting. Let me try something real quick. So let's go ahead and duplicate it. This first mask, we're gonna actually delete this one. Now we got this guy. Let's hit solo. Let's actually drop this down to its basic form. Let's take this guy. Let's delete hidden. So we just have this shield plate right here. Delete higher. Let's go to nano mesh. Let's go to brush. I think it's brush. Yeah, it's a brush create. Nano mesh. No, fine. Looking for a specific type of texture. So let's actually do poly, micro poly on this. Let's do, not the bumps. My only issue with Sea of Thieves is it's so much better with friends, but the one friend I've played with doesn't seem to want to play anymore. Oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Okay. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too, unfortunately. It's one of those things, it's a game that you kind of need to be invested in and your friends have to be along with it. It's hard to play by yourself. So I agree. And the graphics of Ghost of Tsushima. Detroit Became Human, also one of the most beautiful games I've played. Nice. Isn't that also like so graphically intensive that it like you need to keep up with the graphics card? I know there's like Red Dead Redemption that like my graphics card barely handles it in its full volume. It's so intense. There's a few games. That's not a redo? Oh, okay. Nice too, but once you fake it, you don't do anything anymore. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. I want something cool. What do I want? I don't know. I was just looking for like a base texture, just something could be kind of cool, but it's all too much. sounds like my personal problem. Scales, maybe? No, maybe we're just gonna end up texturing this by hand, I think. Oh, actually. That's kind of cool. No, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like where that's going. Let's see. Yeah, let's go 2. What does 2 look like? Okay, now that 2's there, what if we were to go ahead and let's put this mask back in a folder. It's a bit subtle. Detroit Became Human, recommended specs like the GTX 1060. Oh, okay. Yeah, wasn't quite sure how old the game was itself. It's 1,000 times better than Cyberpunch if you play it with console. I feel like there's so many games that are actually a little bit better than Cyberpunk, but only because of how fast it broke, or how fast they broke it, I would say. Just too bad. I don't know if I'm digging. I think I'm kind of wanting to dig this. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. Actually, I think that might be kind of cool. So let's come here. Let's actually hit apply. The dangerous thing. Let's go ahead and hit Boolean folder. It's going to be so small, so it's really more point. Let's see how this looks. If not, I'll just add some noise on it. From a dev point of view, there's just so much that can go wrong with Cyberpunk. There really is. Absolutely. Okay, there you go, yeah. See, I'm just looking for some sort of noise texture, you know, and I think that works. Oh, there are deformation layers on there. Let's go ahead and come back to the recording. Go. Yeah, Cyberpunk had a lot against it, unfortunately. For me, it's about finding time to sit down and play. I feel like I'm always just busy. Let's fix these crow's feet a little bit. Kind of pinch these crow's feet together. That's the thing that's missing here. I'm a programmer, so I fight with management about that all the time. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah. How long have you been programming? All right. There we go. We're going to go ahead, hit save. Then we're actually going to go ahead and accept that layer. And then we're going to go ahead and resave it. So let's go ahead and hit bake all. So now that that's there, but we're going to call this 9. Okay, don't hate me on the statement, Martin says, but come on! Cyberpunk is the biggest game ever developed. I think it's no surprise that it doesn't work on consoles from 2013. However, nonetheless, it's CD Projekt's Red's fault. They shouldn't have released it on consoles, in my opinion. I agree with that. Yeah, it's hard. Like, that's the problem with games I see. Is like there's definitely a lot of catering to older consoles and moving forward the vibe of PC versus console, like that whole war has been going on forever. Yeah, make a game. But see, it's hard because people used to give companies flack for making games specific towards newer consoles. Sony was one of the fewer consoles that was only catering to the PlayStation 2 up until about 2016. So it's interesting. Like, I feel like it's a double-edged sword, and that's the place where you can't really please everybody. But Cyberpunk definitely did not belong on older consoles. It should have been new console only, or PC, or PC. Yeah, it should have been a new gen console only. Exactly, yeah. And PC, yep. Oh, what did Kamara say? I agree, but don't blame the devs. It was the decision of like 5 people, not hundreds of devs. Well, yeah, for sure, yeah. It always comes down to the director of whatever. Doesn't matter if you're in a movie industry. Doesn't matter if you are on an art project. The director, the guy in charge, makes the final call. Sometimes it's one guy. Sometimes it's 10 guys. That's why my old friend didn't understand. So we're not friends anymore. Oh. Congrats. With the Sony example, only allowed them to release it across all platforms they owned. Yeah. Yeah, contracts. Yeah. The big man says goes. Yep, that's it. That's generally it. At the end of the day, comes down to the person in charge. All right. We got about 1 more Stream Raiders in us, guys, and that'll be it for the day because I got to get back to work. Lunch and work, which is always fun. Cyberpunk, nowhere near the biggest game ever made map-wise. No, I don't think he meant map-wise. But they took hardware to the most intensive graphic, yeah, for the best looking game. Yeah, they pulled all the stops out for everything that they could. Yeah, it's not the biggest map, but it's definitely like Slow BR. There you go. Ooh, boss time. It's definitely the most graphically intense game in a long time. Okay, final boss time, guys. Final boss time. And then that'll be it for the day. Finish Gravity Falls, which I highly recommend to those who have not seen it. And now I don't know what to watch. Not knowing your age, but Rick and Morty's always good. If you haven't seen it. All right. Okay. Let's start finalizing and detailing. Feel like I can kind of noodle this all day, but let's get this fleshed out. You should watch Aeon Flux for visual fun, the animated series. Oh yeah, what's your age? Maybe not. Yeah. I always try to be careful when I recommend anything that might be age restriction, just in case. If permitting, Aeon Flux is really good too. Rick and Morty would be more for like just something to binge without paying attention too much. Okay. So we only have 100,000 polys and we need to detail muscles, so I need to actually kick it up just a little bit. It's a lot about subtleties at this point. All right, I'm gonna take clay tubes. BCT for clay tubes. And we're actually gonna go ahead and take that focal shift and soften a little bit. Also gonna take the intensity down. Yeah, we're not going for super bulgy, but we are definitely going for toned and capable. And for smoothness, we're going to take that down to like a 6. Yeah, so I love Mesh Balloon. Yeah, it just did a really quick leg block out. Yeah, Mesh Balloon is great. My plan actually is to create a base mesh using just anatomy charts and using balloon mesh and creating a brand new base mesh for both male and female. Get all the parts on there, block it out, detail it, get all the muscles locked in. It's going to make everybody's life so much easier. I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's actually take the intensity up a little bit. Love having just a little bit of surface noise when adding in a little bit of muscle flare. Kind of gives it that like texture that you're looking for underneath half the time. Doesn't feel so smooth. Actually tone that down a little bit more. Mesh Balloon is so fun, it really is. Let's see, if you have Netflix, Sheltered Like American Kids. Oh, wait, true. Hold on. Wait, maybe I missed. Sorry, I read 2 comments at once. If you have Netflix, Kid Cosmic is a fun cartoon. There you go. Watch AM Flux. You're good. It doesn't weld quite as easily as they made it look in the demo video, but that's what Dynamesh is for. I had it, yeah, that's the thing. I had it weld a couple times, and it felt like an accident. It didn't feel like it was doing what it was designed to do. So I don't know. I'll do light smooth again. Keeping that arm in mind. Build up that tricep. I wish I could build my triceps this fast. So to weld, you can make one shape, then you can't move your camera and hold shift and you draw the second shape. But if you hold shift, it sends it to the center of the screen, doesn't it? Doesn't go to the center of the screen if you're welding. Call her to get her to... Wait, what? Oh, okay. Combination of not moving the camera and holding shift to weld. Here, we'll try it in a second. Yeah, let's try it. Hey, Witch Cat, check your DMs. Message from death. It's wonky. Okay. I'll try it here in a second. I don't see any DMs. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. Well, if you hold S and then you move your mouse back and forth clicking the slider, you can change your brush size. And that's the coolest feature so far. There you go. There we go. So again, not super bulky, but highly capable. That's the vibe we're going for. Slight muscle striations. Does help to make it look not so smooth. Exactly, yep. Yeah. Especially since we're going to go in and actually make some, get some pores in there too. There we go. Just some nice light movements. Yeah. Okay. What we're going to do right now, let's go ahead and save it. I don't want to keep adding too much bulk. It looks amazing when you paint really thin too. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I really like how it comes out. The no camera is a weird constraint for the welding. Hopefully they can just make it. Ooh, yeah, maybe, because okay, that's here. So let me get this straight. Okay. So no live boolean turned on, which by the way does make a huge difference. So if we do balloon mesh, we're going to go ahead and make our whale shape. All right, you gotta like such. So I didn't hold shift, but I want to do that. So let's come here. Hold shift. That sends it to the center. And now I just have to. You said no camera movements? Oh, yep. But as long as you make a mistake and do something else. Yeah, as soon as you do anything else. I even accidentally smooth. So you have to go back in time, hold shift. And then that's it. And if you do anything else and you hold shift, it sends it to the center. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, as soon as you do anything. So basically get used to drawing small. So, for example, shift, send it to the center. Then from here, shift. I mean, what a cool way to get fire really quickly. So yeah, okay. All right. But now, yeah, as soon as you do anything else, move your camera, new material, or sends it to the center. But you're right, that's what Dynamesh is for too. Really hard for me to not move the camera as usual. I make a shape and turn it a bit. Yeah, so I mean, that's where, but now that's the understanding. See, that's the part that they didn't really explain too much, you know. So yeah, that makes more sense now. I can get used to that. That's not terrible. It's just maybe like not the coolest thing, you know? Like maybe they could have done it a little bit better. Just a smidget. Wait 1 second. Okay. Now, the other thing that what I do really like is, real quick, you need to get this in here real fast. Okay. It's like this part bulges out just a little bit. Because I just feel myself on camera. Okay, so that's how I sculpt. I just start touching myself. But I'm my best reference, right? This tricep part kind of flattens out right here just a little bit. Is there a way for you to point? Wait, hold on. Is there a way for you to set an origin point? For it to remember. Yeah, there is. Well, you could set a camera. You can set a camera for it. You have to have perspective turned on, and then you can come up here to draw, and then you can actually come down here to store camera, and then call it blah 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 blah. And then at any point in time, if you're doing something, you got to come back up, and then you can go through your camera, and it will snap. But you have to have perspective turned on. But it's not like that's not as useful. It's not a super useful thing for something like that because of the way that once you move the camera, it kind of resets the whole feature. So I don't think that'd be super helpful, unfortunately. It was a great idea though. Okay, still tweaking that arm a little bit, but okay with that. Okay, let's actually take the clay tubes. So this forearm right here, you need to kind of come all the way across like such, because the outer, right where your arm will twist, this kind of bulges up a little bit. I like that a little bit. Kind of helps get that. Nope. Yeah, I was trying to think of a way using the tool. Yeah, unfortunately, it's, you know. Yeah, it's all weird. But seriously, great idea. I didn't even think of that, so great minds, man. You're on it. I love it. Okay. Okay. What I want to do actually now, they do want to create some sort of skin texture on him. So let's actually save it real quick, and then let's move over to, I have a couple skin brushes that I've designed. So I'm gonna load brush, and let's see, where did I put it? That's always the trick, right? ZBrush work. It's cable chain, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I did not. Thought I created some skin brushes before. Sash rope, braid, IMM. That's Inspires brush. Did not put it under bases. ZBrush work. Okay. So that's all right. Let me see what I got under XND. Let me actually come up here. Type in skin, thick skin, basic skin. Yeah, let's just load the basic skin brush. Yeah, there we go. Let's up the intensity. So you can see that's a little soft. So let's actually up the resolution a little bit. Just up the pore size. Start really just detailing. And I'm basically just covering over some of the more visible areas where it should stand out, even just a little bit. Now here I'm going to scale this down a little bit. Go over some of them with a little bit smaller. Where the skin would be smoother, they would be a lot smaller. Let's go smooth, and let's go to smooth peaks, not cloth, peaks. Double click that. We're actually going to turn off RGB and then kind of scale that, soften that up a little bit. I like to take it low. Kind of go over some of these edges here. Even a relaxed smooth is good, because then you can go back over some of the areas that you crushed. So. There we go. So here, let's go a little bit bigger. Usually the pores on the deltoids are just a little bit larger. Just nice light texture. Soften that down a little bit. Go ahead and smooth peaks. That was my daughter, if you heard. There we go. There we go. Smooth that down. Kind of look at it. So we're just really looking for that subtlety. Now let's go back to let's go to morph target. I'm gonna delete the morph target and restore it, so that way I can actually come in here and carve in some of these muscles here, and still keep a lot of that porous look. And then I'm gonna also hit the inflate brush. Maybe not so much. Let's back that up just a bit. There we go. And then of course the bicep has it's 2 muscles. So sometimes I like to add that little bit right here. So there's usually a bit of separation. So slight. Yeah, there we go. That kind of come out just like that. There we go, nice and soft. Now soften that down a little bit. Go. And then we'll take clay tubes. Just lightly touch that back, just so it's slightly visible. We want it to be seen from here, but we don't want it to be grabbing your attention. Any plans on what you're going to eat today? Oh, I don't have any plans on what I'm going to eat today. I gotta come up with something. I'm pretty famished. But yeah, no, I don't have any ideas yet. I'm gonna take a look in the fridge. I had oatmeal and stuff for breakfast. That was nice. Maybe I'll do some eggs. When in doubt, I go for breakfast food. Pineapple pizza. Maybe. You never know. If I go for pineapple pizza, watch out, Discord. There we go. Please pick more. Oh, that's so awesome. No, I can't because I like it too, man. I like it too. There we go. Okay. She thinks she needs to sit and think about what she's done. Yeah, that's funny. All right. I love your guys' passion about pineapple pizza. I have to be honest. go. Okay. Go. All right, really just making sure we hit some of these lat muscles. Really got to make sure that this chest pinch is right in here. Is important. There we go. Let's go back to the skin brush. Really start just hitting the details there. I'm headed up. All right, cool. We don't agree with him. It's rare that anybody agrees with me, so I just take it where I can get it. Oops, too much. There we go. All right, kind of smooth that all down. Hit that a little harder. All right. That's going to be it for the day, guys. We got stream raiders. Is there anybody we should raid, Death? Cool. All right, guys, this is where we got today, though. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the process and some of the new features. I know we didn't, like, dwell on some of the new features, but they were pretty cool. Exploring them, kind of figuring it out, seeing where we can put it in our workflow. There we go. Kind of smooth that all down a little bit. There we go. Okay, he's looking a little bit better. It's all just time and effort. Ooh, yeah. We could do that. Huh? Brush for Hire is on? Oh, yeah, we haven't rated him. Apparently it's because we're not allowed to agree with you. My messages have been deleted and I was timed out again. Yeah, it's all in fun, Kamara. They just love you so much. They're like, time out, love. Yeah, Brush for Hire. We have not rated them ever. So let me go get them. Try to raid people I have. Let's go back to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna mute that for a second. Let's do stream raiders real quick, of course. Do not worry. And then we'll do the raid. Raid somebody that doesn't like pineapple pizza. Right, exactly. And remember, don't put pineapple on that pizza. Alright, guys. Well, again, thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I know we're going back to slightly shorter streams than usual, but that's because I'm busy, and busy's good. But I appreciate it, and I want you all to take it easy, relax, eat pineapple. Wow, I am hearing myself. Stop, mute me. Mute it. Okay. Anyway, let's start the process. Alright, have an amazing day. Really do need some mods like this? Absolutely. Alright, guys, have an amazing day. Take it easy, and Witch Cat Crochet, there you go. Enjoy Brush for Hire. Awesome painter. You guys are going to love this stuff, I guarantee it. And I'll check you later. Bye, bye, bye.
Scalps. Scalps. Yeah, scalps. 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 IR scalps. What's going on, man? Guys, if you don't follow IR scalps, please do. Hell of a sculptor, like really incredible digital sculptor, just really tearing it up. What is going on? All right, guys, let's play the raid recorder for you. Lurk. Yep.